If you are the kind of guy who has given up on himself entirely, who thinks that all women are just looking for an ATM machine or that a dog is better company than a girlfriend, no judgment, but this video is not for you. Stay tuned. I will get you next week, same time, same place. This video is for the guys who know that there is more, that they desire something bigger and better and more sexually fulfilling for themselves than what they've had in the past and what they have now. And they are not ready to give up on themselves. In fact, what they're ready for is to share their bedrooms and maybe even their lives with a deserving, desirable woman. And if that describes you, then stick around because I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Boom! Oh, and if you're a young guy, you might want to stick around too because my advice on online dating definitely applies to you. Hello, I'm Caitlin B, sex coach for men, and many of my clients come to me after a divorce, a breakup, or after they've recently lost a spouse, and they find themselves confused and even frustrated at how things have changed since the last time they were on the dating market. Online dating, ghosting, sexually assertive women, it is a new world out there, folks, especially if you have been out of dating for a long time and now find yourself coming back into dating with erectile dysfunction or premature ejaculation or performance anxiety. Today, we are going to cover all of that, including picking partners, having sex with new partners, my personal favorite, and how to get back into the dating game, including online dating if you've been out for a while. All right, let's start with a topic that is on everyone's mind, online dating. It's so hot right now. I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the main mistakes I see my clients making and how you can avoid them. Mistake number one is in the profile. If you want to get results, you need to put in work on your profile. Have decent profile pictures taken by a professional or at least a friend who knows what they're doing and can work a camera. Put some time and thought into the text on your profile. It doesn't matter exactly what you say, it just matters that it offers your female readers some insight into your personality. And be sure to include at least something for her to comment on and remember you by, frankly, when she's messaging with you. Mistake number two is messaging. This seems to be a sticking point for so many men. There's a bit of art and science to it, but I recommend that you strike a balance between template messages that you can copy paste and custom messages that are unique to each woman. But don't spend too much time on those custom messages, just a line or two that makes a specific reference to a picture or a line in her profile. And remember, you have to be messaging often. Online dating is a numbers game, and statistically, the odds are stacked against you. Don't take this as a sign that you shouldn't do it. Take it as a sign that you need to develop a strategy around it. Okay. Challenge number three, apps and sites. Now, I'm not going to tell you exactly which website to sign up for because you're a grown-ass man and you can figure that out on your own with trial and error. The one thing that is the most important is to pick the site that works for you, that matches with your needs, your location, and your interests. Different dating sites attract different groups of people all over the world. Tinder means one thing here and another thing here. Plenty of fish can be crap in one town, but actually where all the fishes are biting in another town. The moral of the story is that there isn't one website that is going to work best for you. You have got to take a little bit of time trialing each of them out and determining which one has the kind of woman that you are looking for. And most importantly, do not put all of your eggs into one dating website or a dating app. There are plenty of other places to meet single women, both online and off. I still think that asking for someone who you know to introduce you to interested singles is the best way to meet someone. Oh, and an important note on catfishing and other scams, since I know that you're thinking about it. These are not only real, they're common, and older men are the primary targets. Okay, now that we have stated that, instead of getting upset by it, let's work with it. You can expect it. Sort of like you expect the Prince of Nigeria to show up in your inbox from time to time asking for your bank account number. Instead of getting upset about it, use it to your advantage, expect that it's going to happen, and the one way that you can avoid it is by insisting that they hop on a phone call or a video call as soon as possible, and taking things offline as quickly as you can instead of spending a lot of time messaging, getting really attracted, becoming really attached to a person, only to find out that it was a scam all along. And of course, don't send money to anyone who you don't want to send money to. Problem solved. Moving on. Now it's time to talk about my favorite subject. Sex! And there is so much to discuss here. Women's attitudes have changed. Your body has probably changed. Let's talk about some of the possible scenarios that you are likely to encounter once you get back out into the dating world. Number one is performance anxiety. You might be a little rusty. You might be just straight up nervous about having sex with a new partner after years of having sex with the same partner or years of not having sex at all. The most important thing for you to know is that this is normal and it can totally be dealt with and easily. Here is my 3-step guide for dealing with performance anxiety in the moment. Step 1, become aware that this is what you're experiencing. Easy enough. Step 2 is to acknowledge it, usually by saying it out loud. I'm feeling really nervous right now. I'm feeling a lot of pressure to perform. And then step 3, breathe deeply, possibly with your hands on your heart and belly for about 3 to 5 minutes. Super simple and incredibly effective at helping you move through performance anxiety in real time. Importantly, remember that this is totally normal and you don't have to be ashamed. Sometimes men feel pressure to perform and to rush into a sexual encounter before they're even ready because they have this idea that they're men and they need to show up and they need to be sexually available and desirous and they have to please this woman. And pretty soon they feel like they're boxed into a high pressure situation and they can't get themselves out of. Remember, gentlemen, you can put yourself back into the driver's seat and take control of the situation. Be gentle with yourself. She will appreciate it because she'll be able to feel that you respect yourself sexually and therefore you're going to respect her. I have another point that I'm going to make on that in just a second because first we got to talk about the second most common thing that's on a lot of y'all's mind, which is erectile dysfunction. Dysfunction. It's an interesting term, like fun and funk sound great. It was not funky at all. Erectile dysfunction. Erectile dysfunction. If you are like many men, you are worried that your manhood is not going to be as strong and as firm as it was before. Quick test. If you are able to get erect in the morning or when you are doing the 5-finger shuffle, then you should be good to go in the presence of a lady. Before reaching for those little blue pills, try working through your performance anxiety, getting your testosterone tested using the link below in the description, and try to increase your cardiac, your heart health by working out and eating better. All of these are natural ways to increase your erection strength and your libido for what it's worth, and you should use these as your go-tos before you turn to medication. Medication is seductive, of course, who wouldn't like to just pop a pill and have it be over with, but it's very inconvenient and kind of expensive. All right, situation number 3, men find themselves in premature ejaculation, my specialty. So a lifetime of bad habits and a lot of bad habits that we tend to accrue in long-term relationships that are not very sexually satisfying can lead to premature ejaculation, ejaculating before you and your partner are both ready to. Or perhaps you've always suffered from a lack of stamina, but this is the first time that you're really ready to do something about it. Congratulations, my friend. Kudos. A lot of men expect that these problems are going to go away with age and are then surprised to learn that they don't just disappear on their own. Regardless of the cause of your premature ejaculation, lasting longer in bed is entirely possible. Watch the other videos on my channel and make sure that you check out my Last Longer in Bed masterclass, Come When You Want. Gentlemen, you do not have to suffer. The link is in the description below. In it, I'll give you my exact step-by-step method that I developed that is 98% effective at ending premature ejaculation for good. All right, number 4 is being thirsty. The desire for sex is real. We have all of us been there at one point or another, and it is perfectly okay to be sex starved. But what is not okay is to show up to a date with a brand new partner starving for her. She will be able to feel that. It is going to make her uncomfortable, and it's totally avoidable. You have to learn how to take care of your own needs first before turning to a new partner. Now, you're going to say, Caitlin, I have been taking care of my own needs for a long time now. And you're totally right, but not in the way that I'm going to recommend that you do. My desire for you is that you make love to yourself. You treat yourself the way a great lover would treat you, with kind, careness, attention, giving yourself all of the things that you are starved for, so that when you show up for that date, you are fed. And once you have fed yourself, you come through as someone who actually takes care of himself sexually and is actually going to take care of her sexually. When a man shows up and he is hungry, and a woman can really feel that thirst off of him, and she can really feel that he's just been sex starved for so many years and he's just ready to explode, it doesn't make us feel very safe in your presence. I'm not telling you this to shame you. I love hungry, devourous, masculine sexuality. I love it so much. I made this whole channel about how much I love it. Also, it can be very, very scary and very threatening, especially to women that are finding themselves on the dating market for the first time in a long time. That's exactly what women complain about. That's exactly what makes women feel unsafe and uncomfortable. So feed yourself, then show up, and then you can devour her. Not from a place of need, but from a place of deep, conscious desire. And then finally, gentlemen, number 5, bad sex with your ex. Many of us get into bad habits with our long-term sexual partners. And these habits might have you doubting yourself, doubting your sexual abilities, your attractiveness, how hot and desirable you are to women. Many men allow these limiting beliefs to get the best of them and to get in the way of them ever making love to a woman again. No, you are not going to be perfect straight out of the gate. Yes, you are worthy of sex, happiness, and satisfaction. So many men keep themselves down by telling themselves it's too late. I'm too fat. I don't have enough money. I don't have the right car. I don't have the right house, the right body, etc., etc. Listen, the only thing in your way is you. You can absolutely reclaim your sexual power and your sexual satisfaction again, and you deserve to. And if you want help with that, please apply to work with me one-on-one. The link for coaching with me is below. I help men like you to regain their confidence and claim their sexual satisfaction, living from their masculine power center. It feels good just talking about it. So, if you want to create the sex life of your dreams and feel like you deserve it, and finally, one last important piece of advice: there are no rules. If you are thinking, but Caitlin, which site or what exactly do I say? Or can you tell me what I can copy and paste into the chat? Man, you are missing the point. Don't look for the rules. There are no rules except for the ones that you make. I know that you're looking to be safe from being rejected, safe from messing things up. But the truth is that there's nothing that's ever going to keep you safe. This is dating we're talking about. You were not totally safe when you started for the first time in your 20s or your teens, and you'll never be totally safe today. Great risk leads to great reward, and we are putting our heart out there and our sex out there, and yeah, it could hurt. We might get rejected, and it's the only way for us to find that sexually fulfilling relationship, whether that's short-term, long-term, or for the rest of your life, that you totally deserve. If you liked this video, please give your girl a thumbs up and make sure that you are subscribed and you smashed that little bell so that you will get notified every week when I publish a new video designed to make your sex life the best ever. Mwah! Bye.